A new family member in the intro. For almost 20 years, the opening of Peppa Pig barely changed. That cheerful jingle, Peppa giggling, and the family snorting in unison became a ritual for fans around the world. It was simple, repetitive, but iconic. A reminder that no matter how many episodes passed, the Pig family was always the same. But in this brand new season, the intro delivers one of the most surprising changes in the show's history. For the very first time, we meet Eevee, Peppa's baby sister, right in the opening credits. Peppa no longer just points to George as my little brother. She now proudly introduces Eevee as part of the family lineup, making it crystal clear that Eevee is not a one-off addition. She's here to stay. This is more than just a new character. It's the creators telling us that the entire dynamic of the show will shift. Peppa is no longer the youngest daughter. Yeah, she's a big sister with new responsibilities, and George isn't the baby anymore. But the change comes with a twist. The iconic Pig family snort sound, a goofy, unforgettable noise that's been in the intro since day one, is completely gone. For longtime fans, that's almost shocking. Why remove something so tied to the show's identity? It could be symbolic, almost like the show itself is growing up. Removing the snort might be a subtle way of signaling that Peppa Pig is entering a new chapter. It's still fun and playful, but it's also evolving. Just like the kids who grew up watching it. A brand new Pig family house. For years, the Pig family's little yellow house perched on the hill was one of the most recognizable backdrops in children's television. Its tilted design, the simple rectangular shape, and that familiar hill made it feel timeless. Fans could draw it from memory, and that's how ingrained it became. But in the new season, that house is gone, replaced with something entirely fresh. A brand new, larger Pig family home. This change is huge because the house wasn't just a location. It was a character in its own right. The old house symbolized the simplicity of early childhood, where everything was smaller, cozier, and uncomplicated. Now the Pig family has moved into a bigger home, and the shift reflects real family growth. With Eevee joining the family, the creators are showing that even in a cartoon world, space and comfort matter. The new house keeps some of the charm of the old design, but with updated rooms, more details, and a sense of modernity. It feels lived in, not just drawn. Fans are left wondering, though, what happened to the old house? Did the family sell it? Was this new home built in the exact same spot? Or did the pigs move altogether? The show doesn't answer directly, leaving fans to speculate. But one thing is clear. By changing something as fundamental as the house, the creators are telling us that Peppa Pig is evolving, and we're not just revisiting the past anymore. We're stepping into the future of the Pig family. Eevee's own room. Eevee's arrival is more than just a cute addition to the cast. It changes the structure of the entire household. Unlike Peppa and George, who shared a room for much of their childhood, Eevee has been given her very own nursery. And this nursery isn't generic. It's carefully designed to reflect her personality and role in the family. Inside, the crib is surrounded by protective rails, a realistic touch that shows the kind of detail-oriented upgrades this season is full of. The room is decorated with a duck theme because ducks are Eevee's favorite animal. This small detail is important. Peppa had her toys, George had his dinosaurs, and now Eevee has ducks. Each child has their own interests, and this makes her more than just the baby. She already has an identity, and the writers are establishing that early. There's also a toy basket nearly identical to the one Peppa and George once shared. That little callback connects Eevee to the traditions of her siblings, tying her into the family history while still carving out her own space. The nursery feels warm, cozy, and intentional, not just another background setting. By giving Eevee her own room right away, the creators are planting seeds for future storylines where her personality and adventures will take center stage. Peppa and George get separate bedrooms. Perhaps the most symbolic change of all is the fact that Peppa and George no longer share a bedroom. For years, their purple bunk bed was a staple of the show. Peppa always on top, George on the bottom, both surrounded by their toys and messy adventures. That room captured the essence of their sibling bond. But in this new season, things have shifted. Peppa now sleeps in a modified loft-style bed. The bottom bunk is gone, leaving her with a single raised bed that makes her room feel more open and grown up. It's a visual representation of her independence. Peppa isn't just the older sister anymore, she's stepping into her own identity, moving beyond the days of constant togetherness with George. Her room is brighter, more personalized, and shows her growth in a way younger fans can understand. George, meanwhile, gets what he's always dreamed of, a dinosaur-themed bedroom. His new bed is shaped like a dinosaur, his walls glow with dino lights, and his shelves are filled with dino toys and drawings. For George, this isn't just a bedroom, it's a museum dedicated to his passion. Separating their rooms allows each child to fully embrace their personality. Peppa's room shows maturity, George's shows obsession, and together they tell a story. The siblings are no longer inseparable toddlers. They're becoming their own little people, and the house reflects that evolution perfectly. A new family car and garage. If there's one thing longtime fans of Peppa Pig will remember, it's the family's tiny red car. Always seen with the roof down, it became almost as iconic as the house itself. Somehow, it fit the whole family, no matter how impractical it looked. But in the new season, the Pig family trades that little red convertible for a larger, closed-roof car. This change is both practical and symbolic. With baby Eevee now part of the family, a stroller, diaper bag, and car seat all need space. Suddenly, the cramped old car doesn't make sense anymore. The new model feels like the natural upgrade any family with a newborn would make. And with the closed roof, the way the characters enter and exit changes too. Gone are the silly moments of them jumping out of the car. Now, doors matter. It grounds the show in a more realistic portrayal of family life. To match the new car, the pigs also get a proper garage. No longer parking outside, they now have an enclosed space that doubles as storage. Inside, you'll spot tools, old toys Peppa and George no longer play with, and boxes stacked neatly. This garage isn't just background filler, and it opens up possibilities for new storylines, like fixing things, exploring forgotten items, or even setting up little adventures around lost toys. The car and garage combo shows us how the show is modernizing while keeping its playful spirit. The kitchen glow-up. The kitchen has always been the beating heart of the Pig family home. So many iconic scenes, breakfasts, chats, and little family disagreements happened around that small blue table. But in the new season, the kitchen undergoes a dramatic glow-up, transforming from simple to vibrant. The most striking upgrade is the green cabinets, replacing the old open shelving. Suddenly, the room feels more modern and organized, more like a real family's kitchen. On the counters, we now see a purple kettle and toaster, adding pops of color and giving the impression that the Pig family is stepping up their cooking game. But perhaps the most charming change is on the fridge. In the past, it was just a plain white surface with a couple of random stickers. Now it proudly displays family photos, turning the fridge into a memory board that reflects their lives. It's a small but powerful detail, making the world of Peppa Pig feel deeper and more personal. Even practical touches get an upgrade. There's now a built-in recycling bin, something never seen in earlier seasons. This tiny addition reflects modern values and subtly teaches kids the importance of recycling. It's proof that the show is evolving not only in visuals but also in the lessons it shares. The whole kitchen is brighter, busier, and more relatable. It no longer feels like a cartoon prop. It feels like the home base of a real family. A major animation upgrade. Perhaps the most noticeable change for fans is the animation itself. For years, Peppa Pig kept the same simple, flat style that made it instantly recognizable. But in this season, everything has been polished. The lines are cleaner, the colors are brighter, and the world feels more alive. Backgrounds now include subtle textures and patterns. Walls that once looked flat now show detail, and floors have clearer designs. The characters themselves pop off the screen more than ever before, almost as if someone adjusted the saturation just enough to make everything feel vibrant without going over the top. The upgrade doesn't erase the charm of the original style, it enhances it. Peppa still looks like Peppa, but now in higher quality. This shift is important because Peppa Pig has grown up alongside its audience. Children who watched the show years ago may now notice these differences when the new animation bridges that gap. It feels modern for new viewers while still nostalgic for longtime fans. And here's the fun part. Even with the polished look, creators leave room for the occasional animation mistake. That means eagle-eyed fans still get the joy of spotting tiny slip-ups, keeping alive one of the fandom's favorite pastimes, the living room redesign. If the kitchen is the heart of the Pig family home, then the living room is its soul. The place where everyone comes together to relax, watch TV, or play. In the earlier seasons, the living room was simple. Dark green walls, a purple sofa and armchair, and not much else. It worked, but it was plain. Now, in the new season, the living room has had one of the most striking makeovers of all. The walls are no longer dark and plain. Instead, they're covered in light green wallpaper decorated with playful patterns, instantly making the room feel brighter and friendlier. The furniture has also leveled up. The old purple couch and armchair have been swapped for deep blue versions, complete with cushions for extra comfort. This feels intentional, not just cosmetic. With baby Eevee in the family, the cushions make sense for extra coziness and baby-proofing. In the center of the room sits a new wooden coffee table, adding warmth and a sense of realism, while underneath, a soft cyan rug creates the perfect play area for Eevee. The TV, once a bulky old box model, has been upgraded to a sleek flat screen, signaling the family's step into the modern age. And then there's the wall decor. More framed pictures than ever before, including both old favorites and brand new ones. Together, these changes make the living room feel like a real family's lounge, full of color, life, and memories, not just a backdrop for episodes. Mommy and Daddy Pig's bedroom. For years, Mommy and Daddy Pig's bedroom was one of the most underwhelming spaces in the show. Pink walls, a basic wardrobe, and a single flower picture. That was it. But in the new season, the parents' room finally gets the attention it deserves. The walls have been repainted a soothing purple, instantly making the room feel more mature and calming. The old flower picture has been replaced with three framed artworks featuring leaves and sunshine, giving the room both variety and a more welcoming vibe. Their wardrobe has been upgraded too, and even little details like a tropical flower print shirt hanging inside bring a splash of personality to the space. Add in the fresh green curtains, and suddenly the room looks complete in a way it never did before. These changes don't just update the visuals, they tell us something about Mommy and Daddy Pig as characters. For the first time, their room feels like it belongs to real adults with their own style, not just generic cartoon parents. It's a reminder that even though the show is primarily about the kids, the parents are evolving too. The bedroom makeover helps the whole house feel like a genuine family home, rather than just a backdrop. Bathroom renovations. One of the most unexpected changes comes in the bathroom. Previously, it was one of the simplest rooms in the house, just a tub, a toilet, and very little decoration. But in the new season, it's been completely redone from top to bottom. The floors now feature updated tiles, the walls have fresh colors, and even the toilet looks brand new. But the real highlight is the addition of a tiny baby bathtub designed just for Eevee. It's a detail that might seem small, but it's incredibly meaningful. Any parent knows that bath time for a baby requires special care, and by including this, the show makes the pig family feel more authentic and relatable. It also sets up adorable future episodes where bath time becomes part of Eevee's adventures. This attention to detail is what makes the new season so exciting. The bathroom didn't need a glow-up for the show to continue, but by giving it one, the creators show their commitment to making every corner of the pig family's world feel refreshed and alive. It's not just a place where characters wash up, it's now part of the evolving family story. The entrance area. The entrance of a house might not seem like a big deal at first, but it's often the first impression you get when you walk in. In earlier seasons, the pig family's entryway was simple. A few hooks for coats, and that was it. But in the new season, this space has had one of the most thoughtful upgrades. Right by the door now hangs a framed family photo, proudly featuring Eevee alongside Peppa, George, Mommy Pig, and Daddy Pig. It's a small touch, but it instantly shows how the family's identity has changed with Eevee's arrival. Below the photo, the familiar raincoat hooks remain, but now there's a tiny hook just for Eevee's coat, a detail that's both adorable and practical. Additional pegs have also been added for scarves and jackets, reflecting the needs of a growing family. On the floor, there's now a neat little boot rack, keeping shoes organized, while the baby gate across the stairs ensures Eevee's safety as she begins to crawl and explore. And parked by the door, ready for adventures, is her stroller. Even the hallway light has been updated, making the entire space feel brighter and more welcoming. These details might be easy to overlook, but they transform the entrance into a warm, functional family space. A reminder that every corner of the pig household has been carefully considered in this new chapter. Peppa Pig's new era. Taken all together, these changes mark the beginning of a new era for Peppa Pig. The show isn't just adding a baby character, it's redefining itself. The upgraded house, the refreshed rooms, the modernized animation, and Eevee's presence all combine to make the world of Peppa Pig feel more alive and more relatable than ever before. For Peppa and George, the changes symbolize growth. They're no longer the little inseparable toddlers we first met in the early 2000s. They have their own bedrooms, their own identities, and their own spaces in the family. For Mommy and Daddy Pig, the redesigned rooms show that they're evolving too, with a home that reflects their maturity as parents. And with Eevee in the mix, the show signals that new storylines, new dynamics, and new adventures are on the horizon. It's almost as if Peppa Pig has grown up alongside its audience. Kids who started watching years ago are now older, but the show's changes keep it fresh for both newcomers and longtime fans. The removal of the iconic snort, the introduction of Eevee, and the polished animation all tell us the same thing. Peppa Pig isn't stuck in the past. It's moving forward, just like real families do. This season isn't just more episodes. It's the start of an exciting new chapter in one of the world's most beloved cartoons.